welcome to The Honest Piece by Mad Gorilla. I'm Dan, your host. We're going to get into a real one today, and I've had to sit and take some notes and just kind of gather my thoughts because it's been a minute since I've been on here, and it's time that I get my next one posted. However, I'm overdue, and that's just simply because I fell into a rut. Just simply fell into a rut. I saw a post today that uh, was invigorating, was motivational to me, and I had already written some thoughts down and was really just kind of looking for a way to articulate my feelings. But, you know, it's important to understand that you cannot attempt to not need anyone. And the reason is because it's a privilege to be with someone like you or someone like me. We are here because our frequency is calling for others whom can relate and are needing either you and I. And I need you right now. That's why I'm behind the camera, or why I'm in front of the camera, actually, and why I'm doing this podcast. But I'm struggling, and it's difficult for me. So I'm going to ask, how about you? What are you guys feeling today? Where are you at? Are you still searching for those answers? Are you still looking for ways, not just for my podcast or for me? Are you looking for other ways? Because I'm doing that. I'm stuck in this vicious cycle of overthinking and being overwhelmed. I'm procrastinating. I'm tired. I have no motivation. I feel like there's no real person or real purpose. I'm sorry. And it's one reason that I haven't been on here. So I'm sure that you guys can relate. It happens with our work. It happens with our personal lives. It happens just being out in the general public and so forth, that you just want to disconnect. You just want to stay away from people, and you just want to isolate yourself. Honestly, it's so hard to have others around me because I don't want them to feel responsible for my happiness, and I don't want them to feel like they are a burden or the cause of my pain, because it's just not the truth. I am responsible for those. I just don't want them to suffer because I'm not present in the moment. Now, I'm often told that I'm amazing. I'm told that I bring so much joy in life to so many different situations and people around me. I motivate others to find things within themselves to prosper and grow, yet I devalue my own worth in my mind. I don't understand why I do that. I lift people up, yet I can't seem to find one good reason why anyone would want to listen to me, why anyone would want to hear me out. I struggle to find the value and worth within me. But we are amazing. And that's what I have to keep telling myself. We have to realize that others really believe that you and I are a privilege to be around or to be with. That the love we express and give to others is so incredible and an experience like no other. And that is just simply because we are unique individuals, that no one looks like us, that no one thinks like us, that no one experiences the little intricacies that we could love so deeply and so hard. One of the things that I said to my boys the other day was, your mom and dad love you because you are their son. Your kids love you because they're your dad. But your wife, she chooses to love you. She chooses to. She doesn't have to. They choose to be in our present and intertwined with our energy. It brings them to life. Realize you bring them to life. And what we fail to understand is the scope of our love and our compassion for other people and how it affects them. what I'm going to remind you is that you should reconsider, and you should consider these ideals, because in reality this is a form of self-love and self-appreciation. Now, we haven't always been given grace, love, and understanding, because at some point someone walked away when love was so real and so new to us that we dove so deep and it was ripped from our hearts and our minds. Now, I don't know your story, but I do know that the feeling can resonate. I do know and understand what that can possibly mean to someone. Our worthiness and value at some point plummeted to the abyss, and we all really know how dark it is down there. The reality is that we love hard, and we don't want anyone to experience that pain and turmoil. Hence the reason that we have to be around. Our purpose is to show them what love is. We can show them that the broken can heal the broken. And I think there's some real truth to that. We've been stuck in this state of nothingness, which is really kind of where I'm at. I'm neither here nor there. I think you guys can relate to that as well. Trying to figure out where this goes, where to start, and where it's going to end up. And that's the mind of an overthinker. Therein lies the problem. We're so set on finding those answers that we tend to forget to be in the now, to be present right now. I think that leaves us paralyzed. I think it leaves us finding that we're procrastinating. I think it leaves us frozen with fear, and that we are unable to figure anything out. And the real thing is that's absolutely terrifying. And it hinders your progress if you can't identify the triggers that are involved, really. But here's the cool thing. Right now, we are trying to reconstruct our psyche. We are attempting to relieve ourselves from the burdens of our past. These old versions tend to haunt us. We tend to bury that feeling or feelings associated with the person or persons we try so hard to disassociate with. I think the pain is so intense and difficult to fathom to those that don't understand or are unwilling to. The mistake that we make is that the old version is dead to us when we really haven't resolved any of those issues that we are plagued with. And you can't dismiss that. I believe all of us are going to have to go back, forgive ourselves, understand ourselves, identify ourselves, and apologize to ourselves. Just as we would believe that we wouldn't want anyone else to feel this type of agony, we have to nurse those wounds. We have to start the healing process, because what is the purpose of carrying on or carrying any of it with you when you're on a mission of self-discovery? Now, it's going to be okay to carry some of that for a short time, simply put, but you are going to have to put it down. You can't take it with you where you are going. You are growing. You are still here. But you're realizing that you're coming to life again. Let some of that in. Think about that. You have your old version of yourself, once you've identified and reconciled that you are now coming to life again. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Your anxiety is going to be heightened. Your awareness is going to be heightened. Everything around you will resonate, it will vibrate, and call to the very essence of your soul. And you are going to have to listen closely. It's okay. Don't be afraid to open up. because this is your chance. Don't be afraid of those vibrations that shake you to your core, because it's on purpose. Here is when you are finding yourself and you are exposing yourself to others that can feel and hear you. That little kid that's inside you curled up on the floor, scared of everything around him, is waiting for the version. He's waiting for the version of you that provides the answers that will heal his broken heart and mind. That picture of that little kid curled up, man, it just hit me. But it's meant for you. It's what you were meant to do. You are to scoop him up and protect him. It's what you've been searching for your entire life. You've been searching for that thing inside you that exists, that you wanted so much from somebody else, that you've created that inside you, and you've allowed that now that to build up and become something so great and so immense that you're going to go back and pick that little kid up off the floor, and you're going to show him what it's like to be loved like that. And then you're going to move forward with it. It's your reason to be. It is beautiful, isn't it? To give that type of love, that unexplainable feeling that courses through your body, because that's what it feels like for me right now. You're going to have to identify that these are the walls coming down. It's producing cracks. It's crumbling the old foundation to make room to build over what once was. You don't have to forget your roots. You just need to know where you came from. That's it. Your beliefs were true then. You kept yourself locked away for so long. But this new version of you that is seeking redemption is so strong and so valuable to your path of self-discovery. Now I know, because I felt it myself, there are shadows in every corner. The fear of uncertainty is real. I need you to remember that the first thing to greet you behind every new experience, every door that you open, every new opportunity is fear. That is the biggest thing. You are going to have to acknowledge it, and it's okay to do so. Just nod your head and keep moving. This is your opportunity to take another step towards your purpose. And I ask that you don't give up now. Don't give up on yourself. And is it hard? Well, fuck yes, it is. I think we often believe that there isn't a rhyme or reason to this madness and the chaos in our minds, when in reality, our purpose may not be visible to us. It may only be observed by those around us, those whom can relate, those whom can understand, those who can find a reason to be here, right now, because we create the feeling of being safe within our own skin. You know, it may not seem like it, but we've aligned with each other. And you have to think, how crazy is that? How big is this universe that we live in? And you and I found each other here. We're doing this together, and I don't even know who you are. But you're here, right? And I'm here. I'm going through it right now. How about you? Struggling to exist. I often think about the people around me. How they are not responsible for me. How I cannot rely on them for my happiness. I said it earlier. It's my responsibility. However, I want and need them to be a part of that happiness. So, how is it fair for them if we can't be there for them when they rely on the same thing from us? Put that into perspective. So, what's going to happen? We have to lift ourselves up. We have to lift our heads up. We have to let those tears of resentment, of anger, of unworthiness, of being devalued, those become our driving force. I realize how hard this may be, but you are not alone. And I don't think I am, because I know that I can touch one person out there. And I hope they respond too. And this is how we know we are alive. This is self-love. This is the value that we seek. The cool thing is that we've started this journey, so there's no going back. And what we are going to have to realize is that we will falter from time to time. However, we can build each other up, correct? The idea is that we have to begin to choose ourselves. So I'm going to ask you, will you choose yourself? You are going to need them just as much as they need you. So don't attempt to not need anyone. The likelihood of survival is nearly non-existent, and that is just the truth of the matter. Most of all, you're going to have to know your capabilities. You're going to have to know your worth. Don't rely on anyone else to confirm what you already know exists deep within you. Don't deny that to yourself. They tell you already. They tell you how amazing you are. They tell you how much they love you. They tell you how much they care for you. They tell you that they are so happy to be with, around, next to you. All of that. Tap into it. You're going to need it. I know there is at least one person who needs to hear this. I hope it's you. You deserve love. It is a privilege to be near you, to be with you, and to be around you. It is a privilege to be loved by you. It is a privilege to be needed by you. And it is a privilege to be wanted by you. So don't take that away from them, and certainly don't take it away from yourself. Revel in it, because you are loved. This is The Honest Piece by Mad Gorilla, signing off. Find the inner peace before releasing the inner beast. Have a great day. We'll see y'all later.